Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here. Scrap Mechanic. I haven't been on here in quite a while. It says like 9 days. It doesn't feel like 9 days, but I could actually believe it, you know. I took a break. Yeah, it's good to take a break. We've been doing Scrap Mechanic pretty hard for, you know, a few months now, or maybe 2? At least 2 months now, and you know, you do gotta take a break at some point. But we're back at it today, and let's see, there's some things I want to do. And I think I've decided, yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, yeah. just leave it there. I accidentally hit it forward and drove off a bit. This, I haven't touched it since, well, the last time. I haven't even been on since the last time. And, I could just repair it. Oh, look at that, yeah, so I was having a bit of trouble with clanking around and bashing into things when I was getting to these blocks that I had resting on a bearing. I have another idea, but I tried this after I had finished recording the last episode, and yeah, it's a good idea. Just like put those things in there, and it doesn't connect the two things, I'm pretty sure, and it's just a block-sized piece, yeah. And so, you know, it should be able to go over that, but it doesn't. Yeah, at least this one up here, when you drive over it, it rather pops it up into the air, so that's no good. I have another idea to just make things even smoother, smooth it out, but I don't want to do that today. I actually want to make an episode. I want to do something new. I'll keep working on this for, you know, some other time, but I feel like I have an idea of what I want to do, and we're gonna go do that. Alright, cool. So I have made this thing. I've taken the giant lift off the back of my truck. I've just dropped it off over there. You can see it kind of in the corner there. And I put a saw on the front now. I know you're thinking, wait, but then Vince, you already have a machine for cutting trees. Why are you putting a saw on a different vehicle now? You must be insane out of your mind. And yes, you're right, I am insane out of my mind. But it's for a good reason, because I don't want to chop up the trees and make them into blocks. I just want to chop trees and put them in the back of the truck. And it is because I want to make a house, a floating house. I want to make a raft with a big house on it, or well, some sizable house, and see, yeah, if I can have just like a floating house made out of logs. And, you know, well, at least the base of it should be logs, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. See what we can do. See how floaty it is. And, I don't know. Maybe we'll see what else we can do with it. No, I don't know. So, let's go and get some trees. Now, I want to make these out of the big, straight ones, because you might as well. They're the biggest. And, well, all trees are pretty straight in this game. But, you know, I don't want the ones with those branches everywhere, obviously, so, yeah, I mean, we could use the little white ones here, and we could use those maybe for, like, walls and other things. I don't want to make it all out of just tree, you know, tree trunks and stuff, but I want to make, like, a foundation out of the tree trunks. We'll see, I want to try it. And this looks like a good first contender right here, so, got a level 1 electric engine on the back here. Maybe I should have just gone with a gasoline engine, actually. Hold on, this guy's gonna be a turd. Oh, this is what? I was like, what? Oh yeah, oh yeah, that looks really strong. All right, let me wait until it's bloody daytime again. Yeah, let me just wait until it's day, and we'll continue. All right, so where is a bunch of big ones? Not around here. I gotta go far away. Very far to distant lands with the giant trees growing. Alright, let's try this one again. So, drop it down. There we go. This is gonna work. Oh, yeah, now it's working. Okay, perfect. Do that, and then we gotta get the weld tool and stick it in the back of a truck here. Looks like I'm gonna stick it. Oh, that is that's pretty heavy. I don't think we can drive away like that. No, 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 no. We can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna have to think of a different configuration here. How should that work? Okay, that didn't take nearly as long as I thought. I thought I'd go and get another one since it's still night, but I just realized something. Oh my god, my saw! I can't use my saw now because that. I'm gonna have to do something else. It's gonna have to come out like from the side, I guess. Actually, no problem again. Yeah, that was easier than I thought. All right, so might be kind of a bit of a pain to put it right there, but it's so far so good. Looks like we can maybe hold. Might be able to hold 3 of these things. Let me check. Extend this out. Turn it on. And this thing really chops when it's connected. Look at that. Oh no, no, no! It's sawed up. This thing really works well when it's on a... Did they improve the workability of these saws, like, just very recently? Like, within the last, I guess, week? Or does it just work way better on on a gasoline engine? But no, this one actually took... I mean, we'll still use it. We can use these bits too, but... Let's see if we can put it up here. Oh yeah, like right there. Should be fine right there. All right, cool. So yeah, let's go take these over. We'll go build this in the ocean. How's that sound? All right, so I'm gonna pick up several more of these big trees, and we'll try putting them together, form some kind of... How many will I need? Okay, so if I want it to be like an actual floating base, I'm gonna need quite a few, so I might be at this for a while. I might get at least... Shoo, man, maybe 20? Not sure. Oh yeah, there goes the branches. Alright, so I'll see you guys in probably quite a bit. Alright, so I'm feeling like I've got enough for a pretty good base. It's actually pretty easy to get these things now. I mean, I've made maybe like 4 trips, 3 each, and yeah, you get the hang of it pretty easily. Man, this thing, this saw here in the collection, I mean, I always ran my saws off electric engines because I thought they were better on, they were supposed to, like, I thought the game was made to have those things run on an electric engine, you know, it'd just be more effective, more energy efficient, but man, this thing just goes through the tree trunks. I like have to be careful. I'm like, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and then I'm like, no, it's just destroyed, like, to like not only like it's cut off the ground, but it's also destroyed the next stage of the tree, you know. And I've been welding those bits onto the back there. You can see them, but yeah, I think it's just a level 3 engine. I've cranked it down a bit. It's not maxed out, and it's still just cutting through these like a knife through butter. Makes me wonder, maybe I should you know, on my wood collector, maybe I should just power it all with a gas engine. Saws seem to be much more effective right now. I don't know. I think there's been an update that I didn't know about. I was, you know, checking for an update, but I never found one. But there's definitely been an update. I've been swimming in the sea, and yeah, there's like, you know, new splashing sounds and stuff, and maybe they did something with the saws. I don't know. I'll look for an update. I'll look in the update history and see what's there. But all right, there we go. So when you have like trees and stuff welded onto your car, you can't use the jack on it. So be careful if you're doing anything like this. Mine isn't having any problems like tipping over or anything. It's not like I'm taking jumps or anything. But yeah, like one time it rolled into the sea here, like it's doing now. I think I'll actually take it out of here. And I had a bunch of the small bits on the back, and yeah, I had to. They were like welded to the frame too, so I had to like go underwater, and I had to like carefully deselect blocks, and I had to take those off of there, and yeah, and then once they were all off, I could jack my car out of the sea. It's a bit of a pain, but don't make it hard on yourself. I don't want to be a problem. All right, so yeah, let's put these on there. You can see I've got a pretty good base now. Just dive down here. I'm trying to get these all at about the same level, and I was doing really good until just recently, and I don't know. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know, it's just a floating base, you know, probably. You stop trying to make it all perfect and everything. Whoa, that one's still got its branches, that's unusual. Those will come off eventually. They will come off eventually. Let me just cut this one off. Ah, yeah, that was the problem. This one is, what is it doing? Oh, it's like welded to the ground? Is that what it is? No. That's what it was. It's welded to the ground. I can't get it up. Okay, right. Well, I don't know. No matter what I try, I cannot pop this thing up. It's like welded to something. It's not even touching the sand. Look at that. It's just no touching. No touch. No touchy touch. Maybe it's something to do with the branches. I don't know. But anyways, here we are. We've got a big floating platform. I can actually weld those bits onto the end if I want to, which I think I do. Spacing's all about the same. They all got, you know, a sliver between them all. Yeah, but anyways, they do float as a big raft platform thing, and so that's cool. We can cover it with probably blocks. This one, and can I put blocks over here? Yes, I can. And I'll put a frame over here. We'll go from the longest one. I think I'll do it out of wood, though. I'll replace that one over there. And probably maybe do it somewhere near the top. And I'll do this one, and I'll, yeah. Taper these, you know, every other one will be facing the other way. And what in the world about this tree, man? I can't do anything with this tree now. All right, everyone, it has finally dawned on me. Man, it feels like the night was like forever. It feels like I've just been working in the night only constantly. All right, so it is done. I got these things. They're kind of, you know, pointed the other way around. So you got like skinny end, big end, skinny end, big end, and you know, it kind of makes more sense logically. It does look a little bit messier, I suppose, but I don't know, maybe from a distance, like higher up, it'd look better. But anyways, I don't think it makes any difference in terms of balance, you know. I mean, logically, you'd want to do that for balance because you have a big end, skinny end, right? Let's see, I got one more tree and I cut it all up into smaller chunks and I filled in the other bits that where the tree wasn't extended. So this length is like one full perfect cut tree. And like these ends here are like the smallest ones. And let's see, so yeah, you know, sometimes like, you know, like I had to piece together, you know, 2 to 3 sections that were missing. And so instead of just doing like one half to piece it together, I kind of tried to weld the other halves on there too, in case, you know, that makes a difference towards balance. I think it probably would. Yeah, I only had enough blocks to do half of it. Alright, so a lot of grinding of trees. I don't think it's too much. I did raise it up one more, so I put it on a 5, a stand of 5, because this end was a bit higher. Like, see, that's 4 blocks there, so that's 5 blocks sticking up. Oh, you know, just to get a little bit more clearance. So because of the leaves over here, you know, I don't mind a little bit of leaves, but you know, too much leaves, it might be annoying someday. And yeah, so off to get a lot more blocks. And then, okay, so what about like the whole other structure of it? I want it to be able to move. Obviously, if it's just sitting here and like, it's not really a point. I'd like it to move. If it can't move, there's not really much of a point. I don't think thrusters could move this thing anyways. And what about if I had like some cows in the middle and we use them? Do you think they could push it? I don't know. I'm gonna try that because, you know, to be honest, if we can't ever move it, kind of right here is a bad place to build it if we can't move it. I'm sure we can move it somehow. As far as the structure, I think, you know, a bit minimalistic, some kind of stylistic thing, and yeah, more like around the edges, but not too much because we want deck space. Well, good morning, everybody. All right, so I have spent my time yesterday doing a lot of tree farming, and I have been able to complete the deck, and it is completed because I finished it. And yeah, it's pretty big. One thing I noticed is that, well, it's tilted. I don't know why it's tilted. Just this end is tilted. I don't know why. So I built this over here, and it hasn't affected it even slightly. I thought it was because this tree was maybe, I think it was about 2 blocks lower, at least on this end, than it was before, so I raised this one up and put it back on there. Is that why I refastened it back to the thing, and it didn't make any difference. I don't know why, but yeah, this end is just maybe heavier, not as buoyant. I put these on the corners, didn't make a difference. This amount of wood here, this took so many trees. This was just... I did 2 rounds of like tree farming for like probably 2 hours or something like that on the big tree miner, and yeah, for that you definitely want to go for these big trees here, because it's definitely, you know, your time is much better spent on those big trees right there. But anyways, it's coming along. I got to figure out exactly what I want to do to put up here in terms of building, but first, I think I want to get some cows to see if I can get them to move this thing. Even at a slow pace would be fine. So I'm going to see if it's even possible to get a cow like into the back of the truck here and just haul him over like that, because that would be obviously a lot more useful. Aboard! That's not being on board. There you go. Okay, good. That was a long-range pull with that corn in the back there. Wait. Oh my God! Look, it's moving. That's much farther away than it was before. Check it out. Wait, they're running away with my houseboat. Oh my God! Like literally, it's moved significantly. Are you gonna come? Oh my God! I can just like, wow! It's like, oh there, that's easy. Okay, good. I don't understand. Okay, this was supposed to be able to. They're supposed to be able to push, and we're supposed to be able to change directions by moving the corn around. But if they don't recognize that the corn's been moved, that's not my fault. I can't do anything about that. Okay, right. Well, cow power does seem to work. We totally are moving forward. And it's not just my truck moving backwards. Alright, truck, out of the sea. Just drive straight out of the sea. Oh yeah. That's what I call 8-wheel drive. The moving base is coming back. It's coming back into shore. Oh, that's excellent. That's cool. Okay, great. That's great. That's great. Okay, now all I gotta do is, yeah, build some sort of... Oh, look at that. You can even see it moving. Maybe it takes a while. Maybe it takes a while for the thing to, like, builds up momentum or something. Who knows? But, like, there's only... Well, there's 2 cows moving now. Look at that. It's just moving. Aha! I knew it would. And you can play jump on the moving ship from the shore like Jackie Chan or something like that. Alright, excellent. We're coming into dock. Okay, now I just need to figure out what I want to do with this. I don't think I want to build a big stone structure on there. For one, we'd have to go mining for stone, and I kind of keep that that kind of log cabin-esque. I think, yeah, it's just like a floating raft with a log cabin on it. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? And see, this end is tilting, so it's like whatever end is going forward, it kind of tilts. The cows have come home from sea. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. You've done well. All right then, everyone. A little update here. So, been working and So I've released the cows because as they just constantly push on it no matter what. So it's a bit annoying. I've put these braces here and that helped a bit, but when they push on it, it causes the thing to tilt. I can't continue with all these really heavy logs. This is just too much. I think I'll continue around like the edges with some logs like this here and there. But overall, building it out of all these logs here, I think it's just way too heavy. So I'm gonna use blocks, and I really don't know if that'll be any lighter. I'm thinking it's just lighter. I've been adding buoyancy onto the bottom, of course. But it's just, it's like at a point where, I don't know, it doesn't seem to be helping much. All in all, they should be helping significantly, but they're just not. Alright, update for you here, everybody. It's quite a while later, maybe a couple of my days. I haven't been working on it constantly for like 2 days, but I've been working on it a lot, and... well, the main thing of it, the main house of it is pretty much finished. I mean, not all the way, but there it is. And what I've been trying to do is fix the lag around here. So I've been having a constant 14, 15, 16 frames a second around here for the last couple of days, my days. And so I don't want to have this thing be all laggy every time. I'm not going to use it if it's laggy, right? So I'm trying to fix it. So what I figured, you know, once I started getting a lot of weight on here, it started to get really laggy. So I thought, well, take the weight off, right? So the logs under here, all the huge sequoia trees or whatever they are, probably super heavy. So I just took all of those out, and it helped the frames 0. Maybe, I think I saw 1% increase, maybe. So that was a big waste of time, and the thing is sinking down. However, they weren't actually adding that much buoyancy. Apparently logs like this... it's a weird thing. So, there's a weird thing going on here with weight and buoyancy. Buoyancy has its buoyancy effect, but weight... kind of acts a bit like a suspension glitch. You need a certain threshold of pressure to force past a glitched suspension thing, right? Same thing with weight here in the game, probably, and it shows up here in the water, is that you know, it can be buoyant. Like, it's been mostly buoyant for the entire time here, and, you know, but one end sinks down all the time. You jack up that end, and the other end sinks down, and it just stays like that. I've actually got it jacked up over there because I was trying to get the logs out. But, yeah, and then so you add a bunch of buoyant material, like I would add like 1,000 bubble blocks, and it wouldn't make a difference. It wouldn't even just slightly rise up. But I could make it rise up with a jack and it would stay there, just the other end would sink down. So the weight was... the buoyancy affects the entire structure, but once there's a certain amount of weight, it needs a shitload of buoyancy to actually move that weight. It doesn't slowly do anything over time. That happens sometimes, but in this case it wasn't happening. And yeah, I don't know, it's very confusing, and basically I really wanted to fix the frames by taking off weight, and I've taken off all that weight underneath and it hasn't done shit. So right, yeah, look it up. All those trees over there, all those trees over there, they used to all be under here. And, I mean, at first, with only a tiny amount of weight on the top, they were totally fine. The thing didn't sink down at all. That's another thing, yeah? So I had all this weight being somewhat buoyant underneath, and I could build the structure on top, and as long as it wasn't too big, it would not push it down. I mean, technically, you would see some downward movement in the buoyancy. I mean, even for one block, in the real world, you would see a tiny, you know, maybe millimetrically, it would sink down. But in this game, it doesn't do that. It's all about thresholds. You have to get, you know, once you past a certain threshold, until then it was fine, but then it would just sink down, but only so far. And rising it back up is the same way. So once I've completed the base on the top, I was like, oh, well, that's way too heavy of a design, so I went with this other design, you know, very light, open-air design, but it's still too heavy. And basically, in the end, it's all about, I mean, buoyancy is maybe half of it, and then weight, threshold, pressure is another half, or maybe more than half. Trying to fix the lag, reducing the weight didn't help, so I don't really feel like putting them back on because they weren't even really helping all that much. I think I'll just do the rest in bubble blocks, and then at least when it comes time to move it, maybe that'll be easier. I can just move the bubble blocks, but I need more. I mean, I've put probably about 4,000 bubble blocks in there. 3,000 to 4,000 bubble blocks. And yeah. So over here, before I took all the logs off, I had taken some of the logs off, but most of them were still in there, or probably about 60% of them were still in there. And I had all of these bubble blocks, like under here. And I was about here putting more bubble blocks on, and I put one more row of bubble blocks on, and it just shot upward. That wouldn't happen in real life, right? It was a threshold. Once you add a certain amount of bubble blocks, it literally, this end, the water was up to here for like a long time. And I just kept on adding more and more and more and more, and it would never budge. It never moved. I added one more row, and it just shot upward. And that was before I took a bunch of logs off. So the logs are weird. They're very heavy, but they have a lot of mass. The mass is a critical factor here. Yes, they are buoyant, but they also have mass. Once you add so much mass, it's hard to explain. I don't understand computers and coding and anything like that, so I'm just trying to explain it from like a natural world perspective, which is difficult because it doesn't. It's golly, jeez, wow, what is going on? Okay, here's a weird thing. Right, I don't know. I'm just trying to redistribute and, you know, make it all a bit neater, and I've done this end, and the whole thing seems to be floating, almost. I have no idea why. Why is this thing floating now? Oh, it's sinking now. A little bit. I don't know, well, as it sinks, it'll probably get a little bit more buoyant, right? Because that thing's buoyant, but yeah, that's just weird. When I did that, I expected it to just sink all the way down like a rock. Well, at least until, you know, it was like fairly under, but it's not doing that. Okay, everybody, okay. I believe I have finished this very big project, and I'm ready to show you guys. So I hope it's impressive, at least half as much as the workload was impressive. There it is. Yeah, so I don't know. It's I always seem to do things that require so much troubleshooting and working out things in the game that I guess aren't supposed to be happening. But anyways, so this is it. It's getting on. Oh, perfect. Nighttime. Oh, I can't move. That's weird. Okay, I got a light switch right here. Just turn the lights on. That's okay if it's nighttime. I have my cow power in here. I'm guessing that's going to work like it did before. I've got this room over here, which I can use for crafting a thing if I find it in the sea. And I'm sure, you know, maybe when the game finally does release, maybe 2025, you know, maybe there'll be stuff to harvest and craft in the ocean. You'll need a sea base, you know, maybe a seafaring base like this. And hopefully they'll work out the gravity too, because that would be spectacular. Oh, that was kind of satisfying. And let's see, yeah, I've added a touch of color here just to, you know, liven up the place. Let's see, right now, okay, yeah, so I was talking about the frames and stuff. Right now it's actually on a stand, which might be the reason why I can't, like, walk up there very well, but, well, I can now. But yeah, it's on a stand right here because when I release it off the stand, it floats, but, yeah, you're getting 12, 13 frames a second. And yeah, that must be... I didn't have that problem until just now. Yeah, so let's see. It's a bit festive in here with some leaves and stuff. I got a bedroom over here. I can sleep. I got a fridge in case I need a cool, refreshing drink, which I don't have. There we go. Yeah. This is the drinks bar, and this is the drinks station. Obviously, just gotta have corn. So you're gonna have to steer to land, swim ashore, grab a bunch of corn, and these guys will poop out the milk. And oh, you know what? That's interesting. While it's on a stand, the milk goes here, but while it's floating, the milk goes to the bottom of the sea. Yeah. So obviously, if you want to get your milk and have frames, you find a nice place where you want to chill, you know, camp out, and then you dock by welding it to a stand. So let's see. Man, I'm so glad this is done. It's been so long. I've been working on this for so long. It's just been days and days and days, I feel. It has been days and days. So like all this used to be part of the ship here. To be honest, it's still way too heavy, and I couldn't even get it past 17 frames a second. Like, yeah, it's just how the game is currently. Even right now, it's running 50, 70 frames a second. So I got this roof on there, which is you know, it mimics a roof. You know, you can't, like, you know, have everything, right? It might have been just too heavy, and this is the cockpit right up here. I can sit in here and say, "Tally ho, good cows," and hopefully they'll be driving us outward into the sea or wherever we desire. Of course, it doesn't really turn. You just kind of place the corn, and they walk into it, and you know, it kind of moves. But it's like, you know, it's like a command station where you sort of, you know, you watch out for giant obstacles that you want to steer around, give it a good berth. All right, so I think it's time for the maiden voyage, which means putting some corn about right here. Yes, you guys, drive, and I shall release the anchor. I'd hook up a rope to that, and it could, like, tug it behind it, I guess. I guess by now it wouldn't even matter, just weld it on there. Probably doesn't even matter. So let me show you under here. I've got tons and tons of bubble wrap. I just got so tired of farming oil, thousands and thousands, many thousands of oil. And it wasn't making a difference, so I just tried these things. I went and I collected up more of these things, stuck them on everywhere, and it doesn't make a difference. It floats, but, you know, one side is usually going to tip in, and so it's basically like before. You jack up one side, the other side tips in. You jack that up, the other side tips in, and it's just too heavy. It doesn't know what to do with it. It can't balance it. It's beyond the point of balancing. I mean, I'm sure if you got one end that's like way heavier than the rest, it will always tip towards that end, but right now it doesn't know how to balance it because the whole thing is just too heavy, and it's I didn't release it from the jack, did I? All right, here we go. Cows. Fire away. Ooh, yeah. There's the lag. The lag storm has begun. You guys gotta push. Sometimes, you know, they are pushing even when they're not doing the walking animation. Like this guy, I feel like he is pushing, you know. You can see him kind of like twisting a bit. Got plenty of corn, so yeah. Alright, give him a taste of that corn and that really gets him going. Yeah, there they go. We could probably just head on in for the night, and when we wake up it'll be morning and we'll probably be somewhere new, like out there. Maybe a few 100 yards. You guys, I think we're moving. Aha, look, you can see the rock, the tip of the rock passing that rail. Right there, look at that, it's coming. Look at that, we are moving forward. Finally, we waited the whole night, we weren't moving forward. I think it's because I had these two rails here going up, and for some reason that was preventing them from pushing on it or trying to go for the corn, so they were literally just standing there most of the time. Now they're going for the corn, and we're moving! Haha! A bright new day dawns upon our future. The sunshine giving us new insights. New ways to progress. And pretty soon we shall make our way to the new land with glory and treasure awaiting us over there. And maybe we can, you know, camp out there and get a break from the lag. Oh, okay, good. Finally moving. It's hard to tell at 11 frames a second, though. Are you guys wanting? You guys are bum cows. The last cows I had were way better, man. They were constantly moving the ship. I'd have to like move it out, move it back, move it out, move it back while I was working on it because they would keep walking around. These guys, what in the world, man? What in the world? Eat corn. That's your goal. That's your goal right there. Yes, that's right. That's right. Walk for it. Walk for it. Ooh, maybe I'll put more up here. Yeah. These cows, I had to get new ones because when I was ready, the cows that were around here, there were 3 cows around here for the longest time. And when I was ready, they were all gone. I couldn't find them, so I had to go out into the pasture and get these guys. These guys are just, man, these guys are just bums. Come on, guys, go for the corn. Yeah, there you go. You gotta keep feeding these two. The other ones, man, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the lag. But we are moving out. There's the rock. It's near the end of the ship now. But man, 13 frames a second, 12 frames a second. Yeah, man. Cannot really do much, but it's finished. I like it. It's just part of, you know, Scrap Mechanic Beta. Every big creation is just a big ball of lag, and it's really hard to do anything about it. I wanted to build a big raft kind of base, but you can't build a big raft kind of base because it'll just be heavy. It'll be heavy. Bases are heavy, and apparently floating does about the same thing as a suspension. It's just constantly calculating 1,000 different things at a time, and it just lags out the game, which is unfortunate, but we gave it an effort, and maybe someday it will be a viable thing. Oh look, the cows are going now. It is a slow. It's a moving base, but it is a base, so it's not like it's going to be a speedboat or anything. It's just at 12 frames a second, it's just gonna take forever. And for some reason, my cows are lazy this time, but they were working pretty well before. I had to get them off the boat because they were moving around all the time. But anyways, I'm glad to be done with this episode. Wow, what a big job. I mean, I just came off of a big job, and I didn't anticipate to start another one, but I did, and well, it's finished. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I like it, and I'm gonna weld it back to a post, maybe somewhere. Maybe I'll get it out somewhere, you know, and travel out there on my boat, and it'll be like a vacation home or something. like a houseboat or something like that. But anyways, if you enjoyed it, give the thumbs up button a good old slap on the booty, and do subscribe if you're new. And thank you very much for your comments, and thank you very much for watching. And do be warned, yeah, if you want to make a giant raft-based boat thing, buoyancy and weight don't really work together. It just does weird things, and you start lagging out the game anyways. So what you do is up to you. I'm just telling you what I've learned, and you don't know until you try, right? And unfortunately, keep trying, but things don't really work out. It is a beta game. All right, I'm gonna sign off for now. Goodbye, everybody.